Hello everyone, my name's Captain Jack, and welcome to a Halo Wars 2 trailer analysis. Been a while since we've done one of these. The last one we did was when the E3 trailer came out, I believe, which was back in June or July. One of those months. I'll leave a card up in the top right so you can go click on it and go watch that one. But today we're going to be analysing the new Halo Wars 2 Atriox trailer. It was dropped about 2 days ago by Xbox and Halo themselves, and I'm going to sit down and go through all the fine points in it. If you've not watched the trailer yet, there's a link down in the description below. Click it, go watch it, then come back to this video as I'm going to be stopping and starting a video discussing individual points. But anyway, now you've heard that, let's jump straight into it. So looking at the trailer, this is the first scene in the trailer. Looking at it, it is the Spirit of Fire's bridge, the Spirit of Fire being the main ship in the game, obviously. Now, looking around, we can see everything's kind of dark. Now, could this be emphasis on the ship is running extremely low on power, being that they've been drifting in space for around about 25 years? With no slip space drive and no way to contact home or even resupply, and they've been in cryo for 25 years as well. So the ship's probably been left in disrepair only with a skeleton crew. Kind of a bit worrying. The ship does look very dark, and whether it's just be for the mood lighting, but it also could give us a clue to the fact the ship is extremely low on resources. But yeah, obviously in the centre we can see the most standing out thing is the AI Isabel. She is like a workforce, Unity workforce AI, so not a military one, not a military one. Another thing to point out is the fact that there's no presence of Serena. Now, Halo Wars and 343 have been pretty quiet on what's happened to her. Hopefully at the very start of the game we're going to get some clue into what happened to Serena. Obviously, I think the conclusion we come to was she's deactivated and went past a sell-by date, and either she chose to destroy herself or Captain Cutter ordered the crew to destroy her completely, which is kind of really sad. But hopefully at the start of the game we'll give us some information on Serena, because it'd kind of be sad if she was just left and no explanation to how she kind of died, went on. But obviously we know from Cortana, rampancy occurs after so many years, and an AI has to be terminated. Unless there's links into Halo 5, where she might have got uploaded into the domain. Imagine that, but it seems too early on. Anyway, focusing on it. Captain Cutter is obviously sitting here looking at the AI, but we're going to click play right now, and we're going to get into the first bit here. Where's my mouse gone? There we go. Stopping right away, we've got Spirit of Fire crew. They're obviously all looking around, watching the fact they've recovered an AI, a UNSC AI, and it might give some glimpse to what the galaxy's like now, because they've been in cryo for 25 years. This guy's called James.
What happened down there?
Now, Cutter, I was going to call him something else then. Cutter, the captain of the Spirit of Fire, is asking the AI what happened down there, and she's about to give a flashback of what happened, so let's give it a look. Obviously we saw there was the fact that the Spartans are getting their backside handed to them. We saw that in, when was it? We saw that in another trailer, the RTX trailer I believe, it's when the Spartans got attacked and they ran away in the Warthog shooting at things. That was the 25 years trailer I call it, because at the end you hear Cutter go, 25 years, Professor. Anyway, back into it.
Isabel?
5 months ago, the portal from the Ark to Earth shut down without warning.
There's a little time date for us. 5 months ago, the portal to Earth and to the Ark shut down without warning. Now, this could possibly link into Halo 5, seeing the fact that Spirit of Fire has been drifting for 25 years, brings it to the right amount of time where the Halo 5 story currently is, meaning they could possibly link up. To be honest, I secretly have a little theory that maybe the Infinity and Spirit of Fire are going to meet, then again that's maybe just an idea of mine I'd really like to see. Would you like to see the Spirit of Fire and Infinity meet? Leave a like and comment if you really want it to happen, because am I the only one who wants that to happen? Anyway, back into it. That portal closing could give a time date. In fact, maybe when the Guardian arrived to Earth when the portal... No, when the Guardian in Halo 5 at the ending arrived to Earth and EMP'd the whole lot, if you remember that from Halo 5's ending. Everything shut down. Could the Guardian have EMP'd the portal? Because obviously the portal on Ark was still open at the time. Could that be what shut it down? If so, Earth could still be under siege right now, and this could lead back to some information post Halo 5. Let's go again. This guy's obviously going, oh, hello. Oh, it's James. Is that the guy who's still over there? Is that James? What did it actually say on his tag? It looks like James. Yeah, that's definitely James.
A month later, he arrived.
A month later, he arrived. Obviously, we know they're talking about Atriox here. Cutter's about to ask, he, obviously not knowing who Atriox is at the time.
He?
The brute.
And then we got more glimpses of what happened in the RTX trailer. The Spartans got their backside handed to them by Atriox themselves. Now, just looking at her, she is obviously scared from what she's witnessed. She's witnessed people she knows as Spartans, like the best soldier of humanity, get their ass absolutely handed to them. And also she's witnessed all of the people she was meant to protect die on that Unity base as well. Kind of very traumatizing, even for an AI.
Their leader. His name is Atriox.
Now notice, she looked directly into Cutter's eyes and he looked back there. It's almost conveying how much fear she has for this Atriox. Obviously Cutter doesn't know yet, he probably presumes it's just another Covenant thing, it's like, we could push it aside, we could beat it. Then again, I can discuss more about Cutter's character later on, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting so far. Moving on.
During the war, the Covenant
I think that's a glassing beam. Anyone else getting that feel?
used his clan as expendable muscle.
Expendable muscle. Notice that.
Told them dying in battle would speed their holy journey.
Throwback to Halo Wars 2 and the Prophets and...
None ever returned.
Throwback to Halo... I didn't mean that. Throwback to Halo 2 and Halo 3 where the Prophets lied to the Covenant all over those years and while back in the lore. I'm not just saying as in Halo 2 and 3. How the Covenant and the Prophets lied to the forces of the Covenant saying, oh yes, you go and do this for me and your holy journey will go a lot faster. Something along those lines anyway. Back into it. Oh, I was almost fair. Chris from Halo Follower pointed out this is actually a human arm. Bit scary.
Until he did.
I think we replay that scene again now.
Until he did.
Nope, replay again.
And none ever returned.
And none ever returned
Until he did.
until he did. This guy is obviously scared by this time and listening in. You're meant to be doing something. You're on a computer. But he's like, oh dear, this sounds bad. The Spartan here is obviously looking over as well. More glimpses of Unity holodesk here as well in the bridge. That famous door.
And so battle by battle.
Battle by battle.
War by war.
War by war.
Atriox was born.
Atriox is born. So this kind of builds up to what kind of character we are going to encounter in Halo Wars 2. This is somebody who's been through the war, been through the battle, seen his entire clan almost destroyed. He's seen all, so he's almost fearless in a way. The Spirit of Fire is just seen as another puny human ship. It's not really going to affect him in a way. Is the kind of thing I'm getting. And that is actually amazing really, because we've got a character here who's backed up and has seen the Covenant turn against him and stuff like that, and he's seen humanity beat him down, and it's scary in a way, and it frightens Isabella and Cutter.
With every victory, his legend and his hatred grew.
Now there's obviously an elites and there's obviously an elite commander in the middle there by two guards, the Sanghelis, and oh, that guy looks like whoa. Now his hatred grew, so his hatred for the Covenant grew, is what he's saying here.
Eventually, both were impossible to conceal.
So his hatred grew too big. He hated the Covenant so much they began to notice, and obviously when they noticed he hated them, it's kind of like, oh dear, he could possibly go and kill us any second. He throws his hammer down there. It's an act of defiance, like someone throws their sword into the ground. It's saying, no more. I will not do your bidding anymore. I've lost so many. Looking at the hammer here, I don't know if it's just general design markings, or it looks like tally marks for maybe how many battles he's been through, how many lives, or like members of his clan he's lost, or it could just be markings, but that's a theory that just came into my head.
And they tried to banish him.
They tried to banish him. That gives a glimpse to the name. They are the Banished. They tried to be banished, so they took the name Banished. Cool, right? Also here, an elite energy sword that's red. I picked this apart a minute ago. When have we ever seen an elite energy sword that's red? I've never seen that. Anybody else ever seen that? Please do help me out in the comments if we've seen an elite energy sword that's red before. The only Covenant things I think are red, or swords and melee weapons, is Atriox's hammer, but obviously that's after this. Bit weird, but oh well, let's go into it.
In everything we know about the Covenant's 1,000-year history, Atriox was the first to defy the Covenant.
Atriox is the first to defy the Covenant. The first to defy the Covenant. Now, for the lore people there, like, hang on a minute, stop, Jack. He wasn't the first. Now, notice how Isabella there, the AI, says, everything we know about Covenant history, or something along those lines. So the UNSC do not know the whole extent of Covenant history, therefore they do not know if people rebelled before Atriox. They obviously know of Atriox and Fel Van Damme's, is that how you pronounce his name? Van Damme? I don't know how you pronounce it. His, or the Arbiter, let's call him the Arbiter, his rebellion as well. But moving on.
And survive.
There's the key word, and survive. So again, for the lore people, he was the first to defy the Covenant and survive. Also that just image here, look how OP that is. He looks really peed off right now. And that poor elite, he's gone. So yeah, that gives more background to him. He was the first to defy the Covenant and survive. So defy his elite masters in a way.
And his defiance.
Notice there, can we just go back?
And survive. And his
Here, he's holding an elite helmet. So the elite's just falling there. You can see the elite just falling there, and his guards back here like, oh dear. The elite helmet, it's almost like he's taking the helmet as sort of like an honor thing in a way. It's like he's beaten the enemy, he's took the helmet, it's like a pride thing. Moving on.
Defiance inspired.
This is a cool scene here. I'd love to say this is a wallpaper for my computer. Atriox just standing in front of a dead elite with his helmet, his sword, and then you've got these elites over here like, oh dear, it's all gone to shite. But yeah, I think this next bit is cool. And you see the brute down here crushes the elites. This screenshot here, or this like still here, is amazing. You've got all these brutes who've just defeated these elites. I think it's, how many is it in total? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus Atriox. Just standing over about 20 bodies of elites, I think. I was watching Halo Wars, sorry not Halo Wars, the Halo Follower channel did this analysis, and I think they counted 20 elites. Just all these brutes just beat down elites, and it's kind of scary in a way how powerful he is.
The Covenant had 2 targets in those years.
The Covenant had 2 targets in those years, so there's no direct time frame to this then. I'm guessing it's before the discovery of the first Halo and probably before the Battle of Reach, is what I'm guessing. So let's see where it goes.
They almost got us.
They almost got us. So there's a throwback to the original Halo games, how the Covenant were at Earth's door practically. They almost destroyed humanity. The next bit is very chilling.
But Atriox, they never came close.
But Atriox, they never came close. And also we see a glimpse of all his forces behind him there. All of those soldiers, the ghosts and everything. Also, Chris from Halo Follower pointed this out as well. If we go back to here, this ghost,
They almost got us.
look at him, he dodges that scorpion, not scorpion, Scarab I think it is.
Targets in those years.
Let's watch it again, it's funny.
They almost got
Look at him,
us.
whoa, run. Look at the sheer amount of banished forces that are there. Damn.
They never came close.
They never came close. Here we see the Spartans again, looking through. I paused the scene here because this next scene, I think it takes a bit of Halo 5 music, but it's also Captain Cutter showing how badass of a captain he is and instilling, like, how would you call it? What's the thing? Morale in his troops. Obviously, they've been out of the loop for 25 years. They're tired, they're beaten in a way from the last battle. They want to go home and just be with UNSC, but now they have to face this enemy again. So watch his little speech here.
If we don't stop them now,
A little clip of Anders there, and also we've got these Spartans. This is from the RTX trailer. They're running out of the UNSC camp where they found Isabella. They've got a Spartan on the back, they're running to the Warthog.
leave the galaxy at the mercy of a monster.
There it says, if we don't stop him now, we'll leave the galaxy at the mercy of a monster. Cutter there is obviously doing his honourable thing as a UNSC captain. He's putting aside their concerns. Obviously, the Spiritfire's main concern was to get home, reunite with UNSC and be all happy, but he's putting aside that concern, and him and his crew are going to do their best to stop this warlord from harming the galaxy and humanity anymore. And also we saw Atriox walking through something here. I don't know if this is from the next still of that, where the Spartans are running away, or it's where he's entering into something. Who knows?
He killed everyone I was supposed to protect.
Past from Isabella there, he killed everyone I was supposed to protect. So that's why she is almost like a broken AI in a way. She's lost her friends, she's seen them all killed by Atriox, she's seen a Spartan, like the massive soldier for humanity, get wiped across the floor by it. It's immense.
At this rate, it'll be over.
Notice how she almost does like an orbital strike beam there, and it's damaging parts of the Ark, and the Sentinel's like, oh, here we go again, we've already been through this. So it's damaging part of the Ark and stuff like that.
Pursue.
Now this scene here, it just... When I first saw this, the immediate thought that came to my head was, please don't let Cutter die. Because it's just one of those scenes where the facility is destroying. Isabella, you can see, stood behind him over here, but it's a look of fear on his face, and honestly, if they let Cutter die, I will be so mad at this game. I hope he doesn't. Really hope he doesn't. Throw away another Spartan. I want Cutter to live. I liked him. Just the look of fear on his face there. Let's go back to it.
At this rate, it'll be over soon.
There we go, the look of fear on his face there. It's almost like he can see the Ark being destroyed in front of him, or something's happening. Maybe the Ark's being activated, a ring is being activated, or something like that, and they've obviously done something. Moving on.
That is what you're up against, James Cutter.
That is what you're up against, James Cutter. She uses his full name, which is pretty interesting. Usually AIs, there we go, Sir or Captain. Notice Serena. If we compare Isabella to Serena, there are two contrasting differences there. Serena is a military service AI, a smart AI. Isabella is also a smart logistics AI, I believe. I think she's logistics, or something, a civilian, UNSC civilian sort of thing, so she's not military. Serena always called Captain or Sir. Isabella is straight to the point, James Cutter. She doesn't use Captain, none of like beating around the bush, she's straight in calling him James Cutter. And also that kind of invokes emotion as well, the fact, like, using someone's first name instead of their title. Here is one of the best scenes that was pointed out here. We see Atriox walking towards his massive army.
We need to run.
We need to run. Now, this is kind of like, I don't know why she's saying this, because she maybe knows a Spirit of Fire's status by this point. A Spirit of Fire can't run. It doesn't have a slip space drive. It can't really move anywhere fast, sadly. I mean, it's got its max speed, obviously, but they can't run away. So it's almost like they have to face the Banished. And also they're lost in space.
As far and as fast as we can.
As far and as fast as we can. Again, with a fast bit there. They can't run fast anywhere. It's just impossible. Spirit of Fire does not have the energy or power or even a slip space drive to run. Looking here, we have all the banished weaponry. Look at all those troops and the army just stretching out so far. We've got the individual units now. We've got ghosts. We've got these new units. I can't remember what they're called. There's, what are these called? Wraiths. AA turrets over here. And these are obviously the Covenant factories. Sorry, the banished factories in Halo Wars 2. Not Scorpion. What's it called again? Is it Scorpion? No, that's a Unity tank. Scour. There we go. It began with an S. Know your enemy. From the first trailer there, it's titled Know Your Enemy. So that has been it for the Halo Wars 2 analysis. What theories do you have? I'd love to hear them below, but it's been an amazing trailer so far. Halo Wars 2. Pre-order the digital version of Halo Wars 2 Ultimate Edition and get early access to Halo Wars Definitive Edition, beginning December 20th. I will definitely be doing that. Where's my credit card on? Let me know if you guys are going to be doing this or pre-ordering the game. I'm definitely getting it. It's an amazing game. I want it. And I'll be getting it for Xbox One and PC using the Xbox Play Anywhere thing. That'll be pretty cool. So looking back on the trailer, it's given us more insight into Atriox's past, something we've been wanting for quite a while now. I'm hoping there's going to be more cinematic trailers in the run-up to Halo Wars 2, maybe one about more about Spirit of Fire and its status, and I really hope 343 are going to give us information on Serena and what has happened to her, because a lot of characters, or a lot of players loved Serena just because how much of a sarcastic AI she was, and when, at the time of Halo Wars, it was the only other AI we had on game, apart from Cortana, so she kind of was standing out, even, yeah, so it'd be nice to see what happened to her, and hopefully they don't just write her off and not mention it, because that will be very disappointing. But anyway guys, I hope you love this Halo Wars 2 analysis trailer. Any theories you have below, let me know, I'd definitely be interested in them. As usual, I've been Captain Jack. Don't forget to leave a like rating on that video and comment your theories down below. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.